Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Stephanie Miller, President of the Student Government Association, will give our invocation.
Please bow your heads. May God's blessings follow you all as you find new journeys to travel. May you walk safely along the pathways of your dreams. May His gentle hand guide the decisions you will make and the passions that you follow. May your hearts and lives always reflect His love and truth, and may hope be a light within you that you carry into each new day. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. I now have the distinct honor of introducing the first of tonight's speakers, Angela Xia. Before she approaches the rostrum to offer a welcome to this evening's proceedings, I have a few things of note to share about this remarkable young woman. Over the course of her time in the upper school, she has earned 4 academic achievement awards, gained membership to Mu Alpha Theta, the National Spanish Honor Society, the National Honor Society, the Science National Honor Society, and the Cum Laude Society. Additionally, she has been recognized as an AP Scholar with Distinction, and last year was awarded the Rensselaer Medal, a prize bestowed upon high school juniors who excel in mathematics. Furthermore, she has been honored by her teachers with class awards on 19 separate occasions. We don't really keep stats on that, but I'm pretty sure it's an OCAL record. More than these accomplishments, however, you should know that she is a humble, kind-hearted scholar whose effervescent smile we will miss on campus each day next year. Fortunately for us, she's not going too far, as Angela will make her home right here at the University of Florida for the next 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the salutatorian of the OCAL class of 2019, Angela Xia.
Good evening, everyone. It is such an honor for me to be here and present my very last extra homework assignment following senior project. Since it's the salutatorian speech, I decided, or according to the dictionary, I'm supposed to start with the opening remark to welcome everyone. So, welcome, friends, family, faculty, friends of family, friends of friends' family, friends of faculty, family of faculty, and everyone else who's here tonight. I'd like to thank you all for being here and for all the support you've given us in the past few years. Tonight, we celebrate the graduation of OHS School's class of 2019. As I was gathering thoughts for this speech, flipping through the past yearbooks and watching the last episode of Big Bang Theory, I suddenly realized that I really didn't want that show to end. Watching each character grow and develop in the past 12 years have showed me the power of family like friends. No matter how big of a conflict there had been, they still support and care for each other. And this is exactly what's been happening in our grade. We, a group of talented students with diverse interests, along with the fantastic faculty, gathered together and pushed each other to achieve the best. It was also at that moment that I realized I don't want this to end either. 4 years ago, we met at the very last rows in the theater, and we've only been going forward since. Wait, sitting forward since? From losing every battle of classes to winning the NHS food drive, we struggle to find our place at this school. Like the characters in Big Bang Theory, we all specialized in different areas and motivated each other. We witnessed the amazing dance moves from Thomas, attended Sean, Talar, and Malcolm's successful director's concert, enjoyed all of Sammy's artistic portrait paintings, rooted for Stephanie in volleyball, then MJ and Lance on the basketball court, then JP on the soccer field, then Tamaya in track, and of course, we rooted for all the players in football and lacrosse. We celebrated Sarah's achievements in Latin, then Helen's sobresalientes in Spanish. We voted for Jackson to serve in YIG and watched Emily as she traveled around the country attending debate nationals. And yes, there were a lot of obstacles thrown in our way, such as managing to survive not only freshman year, but also cough, cough, yesterday the fire, and also freshman year trip running in the rain and sleeping in wet tents. But we managed to come through those together. Yeah, this might sound very cliche, and many of us probably can't wait to get out of here. But if you think about it, we're all gonna look back and miss these days someday. Everything comes to an end, even a great show. And this is our finale. So I want to take this moment and express my gratitude to all the great memories. Thank you to our teachers for always being there during class or after school. Thank you for putting up with all of our jokes, our craziness, and sometimes, only sometimes, our laziness. You've made great impacts on each and every one of us, pushing us to become better and to achieve the impossible. Thank you for making this school feel like home. Thank you to our coaches and directors for organizing all the after-school events, allowing us to explore and develop our passions. Thank you for being supportive and inspirational, and for helping us to dream big. Thank you to our counselors and Mr. J for assisting us in scheduling classes and exams, for helping us with applying for college, and of course, for listening to all of our complaints. Thank you, Mom, Dad, the rest of my family, and everyone else's parents for being the greatest fans we've ever had, and for all the hard works you've put in us. Thank you to my classmates for always cheering for each other, whether in games, concerts, or during assembly. Thank you for all the great memories we had. I'm gonna miss you all. Lastly, my fellow graduates, tonight marks the end and as well the start of a new beginning for every one of us. Just like how Sheldon stepped out of his comfort zone, we'll soon be out of ours as well. And as we step into our adult lives, becoming independent and successful, I want to remind you to never forget the support we had from our friends, faculty, family, friends of family, family of faculty. Together, we form this wonderful OHS school community. And I believe this bonding will allow us to achieve great things in the future. So look out, because here we come. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Angela. That's a wonderful speech. Mr. Jackson, Director of the Upper School, will begin the presentation of the academic and senior awards.
At yesterday's Upper School Awards Convocation, we presented awards for excellence in a number of areas. Although they have already received their awards, I would like to recognize those seniors who were so honored with class, departmental, and other awards. I will ask each senior to rise as I call your name. Please hold your applause until all of the students have been recognized. In world language, Nature Lenham received the class award in Chinese 4 honors. Avery Means and Stephanie Miller earned the class award in Accelerated Classical Attic Greek. The Departmental Award for Excellence in Classics was presented to Sarah Pincus. The Departmental Award for Excellence in Chinese was given to Malcolm Neal. And Jenna Sudak earned the Departmental Award for Excellence in Spanish. In physical education, Jackson Gaines and Jake Marilillo earned the award in weight training. Ryan O'Leary was recognized as Male Athlete of the Year. Stephanie Miller was awarded both Female Athlete of the Year as well as the Student Sportsmanship Award. The Departmental Award for Excellence in Physical Education was presented to Blake Belts and Alex Strain. In fine arts, Jackson Gaines received the class award for innovation. Alex Strain earned the award for AP Art History. Kaylin Coons was honored with the award in Drawing and Painting Honors. John Peggs earned the class award for Theater 4 ACP. Malcolm Neal, Talar Terzian, and Emily Liu were presented with the class award for Advanced Music Ensemble. The award for photography was presented to Avery Means. Sean Choi earned the class award for AP Studio Art and was honored with the 3D Purchase Award. Emma Rose Stevenson was presented with the Departmental Award for Visual Arts. Sarah Pincus was given the Edmund Laguerre Chamber Award, and the Roger H. Newbern Memorial Award was presented to Sean Choi. In English, Sarah Pincus earned class awards in both literary theory and women in literature. Class awards were presented to Samantha Gilson and John Peggs in Harlem Renaissance literature, Angela Xia and James Leber in fantasy literature, Grant Pita and Sean Choi in gender and nationalism in contemporary pop culture, Helen Gao and Andrew Clark in science fiction as literature, Samantha Gilson and Blake Belts in creative writing, Stephanie Koppel and Bradley Vincent in global literature, and Nick Laurier in speech and debate. The Departmental Award for Excellence in English was presented to Sarah Pincus. Thank you. Just a brief pause. In history, Blake Belts and James Leber were presented with the class award in Civil Rights History. Emma Rose Stevenson earned the award in East Asian History Honors. Angela Xia received the class awards in AP Microeconomics and AP Macroeconomics, and the Clio Award for Excellence in History was presented to Avery Means. In math, the award for Calculus Honors was presented to Ashley Liddell. Kyle Cox earned the award for College Algebra. The class award for AP Calculus BC, as well as the Department Award for Excellence in Mathematics, were presented to Angela Xia. In science, Blake Belts earned the award in physics. Angela Xia was presented with class awards in AP Environmental Science and AP Physics 2. Kaylin Coons was given the award for Computer Science Honors. James Leber earned the class award for Anatomy Honors, and the Richard J. Ernst Memorial Science Award was given to Angela Xia. Finally, Alex Anderson was given the REA Yearbook Award. Emily Liu and Andrea Sanchez were presented the Kabir Award for Excellence in Debate. Alex Anderson and Angela Xia the Scroggie Award for Speech. Talar Terzian was presented with the Student Service Award, Ashley Liddell with the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award, and Grant Pita the Alexa Kate Stewart Memorial Scholarship. Please join me in applauding these outstanding seniors. The Martha Manson Scholarship Award is presented to the student who has attended Oak Hall School since kindergarten and who has maintained the highest cumulative GPA over those collective years. This year's recipient is Stephanie Miller. I am proud to now present the Outstanding Scholar Award. This is Oak Hall School's original graduation award, dating back to our first graduating class in 1972. This award is presented to the student judged by the faculty to be the single outstanding scholar in the senior class. This award is purely academic in scope, with particular consideration given to intellectual curiosity, independent thinking, attitude toward learning, and a thirst for knowledge. This year's outstanding scholar is studious upon studious upon studious. Absurdly clumsy and non-athletic, her words, not mine, she has often said to me, "Mr. J, school is my sport." And what a sport she has made it. Recognized as the top scholar in her grade for 4 consecutive years, this erudite young woman has earned 12 class awards in her Oak Hall career, was honored last year as the recipient of the Yale Book Award, and yesterday received departmental awards in both classics and English. About halfway through her sophomore year, I vividly remember asking her AP biology teacher, Mr. Dickinson, how she was doing in class, to which he replied in a very nonchalant, Mr. D-like manner, "Well, nobody beats her in my class." Although she has a deep love of biological sciences and often talks about following both of her parents in pursuing a career in medicine, her accomplishments in the humanities are of particular note. It is in this vein that Ms. Simpson, her college counselor, aptly described this year's recipient as a Renaissance scholar. A gifted writer, historian, classicist, and vocalist, this year's outstanding scholar possesses an analytical acumen that reaches well beyond her years. Although the fact that she is a 4-year member of the Arts Conservatory Program, secretary of the Florida Junior Classical League, president of the National Honor Society, and 2-year member of the Cum Laude Society all speak to the impressive nature of her accomplishments, I will nevertheless offer for you this blunt summation. This year's outstanding scholar is one of the best students to have ever graced the halls of Oak Hall School. Look out, California, for this eagle is off to Stanford University in the fall. Please join me in congratulating this year's outstanding scholar, Sarah Ray Pincus. The next award will be presented by Mrs. Spelder.
Good evening. When I was asked to speak on behalf of this award recipient, my first thought was, how can I do justice to how special this kid really is? I only became his advisor this year, but I've spent a lot of time with this student. Over the past 4 years, I've greeted several times a week with usually a smile as he's flopped down in a chair in my office and said, "I'm tired." Often, after saying that, I look at him and try to figure out if he's, 1, wants to talk, 2, doesn't want to talk, or 3, he's tired. The best part of these interactions, though, have been that he's allowed me a front row seat to the evolution of an unsure boy into a confident young man. When asking his teachers for some observation about this student, they were effusive. Ms. Caro, his Spanish teacher, said, "I remember his tremendous courage when he stood up in an honor council assembly and spoke very movingly about someone he knew who had been bullied, but it felt like he should have done more to help. He's a wonderful example of what personal integrity and hard work can do." Mr. Campbell, his junior English teacher, told me about this student coming in after the last class before exams last year to get some help with a paper. He didn't stop working up to the very end and was determined to do well, even when some of the other kids had switched to summer mode. This came from a kid who Miss Caro claims said, "Why do we need to know this for the first couple years of high school?" I personally have memories of his freshman year when I would beg him to just set a timer and please study for just 15 minutes. He's come a long way as a student since then. When discussing this, writing this speech with my own son, Eric, he said that his favorite thing about this student is that he will tell a class to be quiet or to stop being disrespectful, and then he can do it in a way that kids both listen and still like and respect him. He's a natural leader. This leads me to football. I cannot stand here and discuss yardage or pass interceptions. That's just not what I do. But I will say that when I spoke to Coach Arday about this student, he told me about how he had shown himself to be a leader again and again on and off the field with the football team. When the team faced some adversity earlier this year, this young man was able to rise from his own hurt and frustration to help others on the team work through events and become stronger as a unit as a result. He is selfless and confident, but never in a look-at-me way. I also have to say that when his kindergarten buddy learned that he was that football player, his eyes became as big as saucers. This young man just chuckled at his fame and discussed football with an over-the-moon 5-year-old. Finally, as any true Renaissance man would, this young man has excelled in the arts. He gave a not-to-be-forgotten dance performance in the talent show, and I am personally a lucky recipient of one of his beautiful works from ceramics. One last tip, if you haven't read his poetry, you'll want to ask him about it. It's beautiful. He's left a real legacy at Oak Hall, and we're all better for having known him. I know I am. This year's recipient of the Upper School Progress Award is Thomas George.
On behalf of the upper school faculty, I am honored to present this year's Faculty Recognition Awards. This year's male recipient is the very epitome of the phrase, a gentleman and a scholar. Respected universally by his teachers as a young man of tremendous character, this noble eagle has attended Oak Hall School since junior kindergarten. A member of the National Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, and the National Forensics League, not only has this young man displayed a penchant to grow and achieve as a scholar, but he has also been a relentless competitor on the field for the Eagles, lettering in both varsity football and lacrosse. The respect afforded to this year's recipient by his peers is evident, as he was selected as homecoming king and prom king. In fact, I think it's fair to say that he is the one true king of Oak Hall. I will never forget how proud I felt when this young man told me that he wanted to pursue a career in teaching history. Immediately, I surmised that he would make an excellent educator, but this cogitation was validated for me upon observing his senior project in which he shadowed Mr. Pickens, teaching lessons to 8th grade American history students. Trust me, should he decide to pursue a career in education, this young man is going to change lives forever. Regardless of his future path, we can't wait to see the incredible things he does over the next 4 years as he makes his home right here at the University of Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding our Male Faculty Recognition Award recipient, His Majesty the King, Grant Pita. Our female recipient is a vivacious campus leader and one of the most accomplished students in this year's senior class, a member of the National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, the National Latin and Greek Honor Societies, and the Cum Laude Society. This young scholar has an abiding love for the subject of history and was honored yesterday with the Clio Award for excellence in that discipline. In fact, her love and appreciation for that subject compelled her to apply for the Lyceum Scholars Program at Clemson University, a highly selective, great books curricular track that explores the foundations of American liberty. This year's female faculty recognition recipient is also the archetype of a scholar athlete, as she has lettered numerous times in both cross-country and lacrosse, a sport for which she has been a multiple all-area selection for the Gainesville Sun. This past year, she served as a team captain for the varsity lacrosse team, mentoring and positively guiding her young squad to a very successful season. Moreover, I would be remiss if I failed to mention that she has served as the president of her class for the past 4 years. As Ms. Simpson noted of her, she is, quote, a citizen and community builder of the highest caliber, and I couldn't agree more. We will certainly miss her effusive presence on campus next year, but cannot wait to see all the great things that she will accomplish as a Clemson Tiger. Please join me in congratulating our female faculty recognition recipient, Avery Means. The next awards will be presented by the head of school.
I have the honor to present the Headmaster's Leadership Award. This very special award is voted on by the faculty, and here is how it is defined. The Headmaster's Leadership Award is awarded to the female and male senior whose overall achievements in scholarship, leadership, and service and areas are particularly noteworthy and embody OCAL's motto, scholarship, leadership, and service. Along with academic excellence, these students must have achieved a very high level in either athletics or arts or both, and have provided significant leadership and service for the school. The female winner is one of the top scholars in this year's graduating class of 54 college-bound students. She is described as an effective and dedicated leader in foreign language activities, the performing arts, student government, and varsity athletics. Her academic program, which includes 13 AP classes and 6 honor courses, represents the highest level of rigor in every core academic discipline. Her teachers laud her as conscientious and a diligent approach to her studies. She is intellectually gifted, exhibits a love for learning and an exceptional work ethic, and is highly engaged in class discussions. She is described by her teachers as mature, intellectually engaging, and a no-nonsense person in the classroom. She has demonstrated a really positive attitude and good contributions to classroom discussions and activities and reliable homework habits. Outstanding academic record has earned her selection as a National Merit Commended Student, recognition as an AP Scholar with distinction, selection as the school's recipient of the UVA Jefferson's Book Award, and induction into the Cum Laude Society, representing the top 10% of the class at the end of the junior year, as well as other scholastic honor societies, illustrating her excellence across multiple academic disciplines. She is an effective and dedicated leader in foreign language activities, the performing arts, student government, and others. This year, she is serving as president of the Student Government Association. She was a member of the varsity girls lacrosse team that won 6 consecutive district championship titles, and each of the last 3 years has advanced to the regional finals in the FHSA state lacrosse tournament. Last year, the Gainesville Sun selected her as first-team all-area midfielder. She has been a member of our school's advanced music ensemble, where she performs at several functions, including school assemblies and annual concerts. She is also extremely passionate about her community service involvement, as demonstrated by her participation in summer mission trips and her involvement in the Key Club and the National Honor Society's trips to Grace Marketplace. She has been involved in the Dance Marathon activity, where she has solicited funds and helped organize fundraisers to benefit the Children's Miracle Network, represents the finest qualities for what we hope for in an OCAL student. She will be an impactful scholar, leader, and citizen while raising the academic extracurricular climate among peers in her educational community. Please congratulate Stephanie Miller. The male student has a significant impact on nearly every aspect of scholastic and student life, particularly in the areas of student leadership, honor council activities, and varsity athletics. He has taken a very demanding academic program, which includes 8 advanced placement classes and 12 honors. His strongest grades have been in the humanities subjects, especially social science courses. His teachers describe him as a conscientious and curious. He is a member of the first cohort of OCAL's newly launched innovative program. This is a non-traditional class that exposes students to maker skills and allows students interested in business, marketing, and technology and design to engage in hands-on experience, which aims to inspire collaboration, creative thinking, professionalism, leadership, and responsibility. The OCAL Innovation Program also utilizes the resources of the University of Florida's Innovation Hub. His academic achievements have earned him recognition as an AP Scholar with distinction, as well as induction to multiple scholastic honor societies. His excellent record indicates he is well prepared for the academic rigors of a highly competitive college or university. He is one of our most active, visible members, particularly as a member of the Honor Council and Youth in Government. After serving as vice chair of the Honor Council last year, due to his personal character and leadership, his peers elected him to serve as chair of the Honor Council. He is also a leader of OCAL's YMCA-sponsored Youth in Government. During his freshman year, following departure of the former faculty advisor for YIG, this program went through a period of restructuring and reemerged the following year as one of the most popular and successful student activities. Last summer, he was selected as a delegate from our state for the YMCA Youth Conference on National Affairs, a national gathering of students from 31 countries, and with the District of Columbia, who participate in activities to gain awareness about national issues and increase their understanding of the federal government. A citizen and leader of the finest caliber, please congratulate Jackson Gaines.
It is my honor to now present the David A. Coffrin Citizenship Awards. The David A. Coffrin Citizenship Award is given in honor of OCAL's greatest benefactor, Dr. David A. Coffrin. Dr. Coffrin embraced our institutional mission. He was a man of deep integrity who believed in our goal to develop character, a strong sense of honor, and good citizenship. And Dr. Coffrin always encouraged academic industry and scholarly achievement. This award goes to the senior boy and girl whom the faculty believes best exemplify those traits. The female recipient of the Coffrin Citizenship Award is persistence and character personified. To echo this point, I will quote Mr. Liljedahl, who taught this year's recipient in both geometry honors and pre-calculus, as he said in her college recommendation letter that this young lady, quote, will go far in life due to her commitment to excellence, determination, and compassion for others. A member of the National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, and the Science National Honor Society, this young scholar has fallen in love with the discipline of physics, mostly as a result of her junior year physics teacher, Ms. Flewellen. And Ms. Flewellen, who texted me today, wanted me to convey the special message that this student is one of the most industrious and kind-hearted students she has ever taught in all of her career. So impassioned was this year's recipient by her experience in physics honors last year that she enrolled in both AP Physics 1 and AP Physics 2 as a senior. Although this young eagle entered the OCAL family halfway through her sophomore year, she has left an indelible mark upon both the class of 2019 and OCAL school as a whole. This year, she served as the president of both the Key Club and the International Club, working to initiate multiple service projects in the Gainesville community and to help plan the Herculean undertaking that is the International Festival. While we are sad to see her leave campus, we rejoice in the fact that she will pursue her love of science right here at the University of Florida next year. Please join me in applauding our female Coffrin Citizenship Award recipient, Ashley Liddell. There is one word which immediately came to mind for me when reflecting upon this year's male recipient: dynamo. I recall vividly a conversation with Mr. Stahl a few years back about the music program in which he told me that this year's recipient was going to be the next great leader for ACP music. No offense to my main man, Mr. Stahl, but I think that comment was a profound understatement. Not only did he play the lead violin in the all-school musical performance of James and the Giant Peach, he has consistently awed us at ACP recitals and was an original member of Tsubasa, Oak Hall's taiko drum ensemble. His advisor and AP music theory teacher, Dr. Clance, proudly lauds his perfect pitch and deeply appreciates his positive, team-oriented attitude. This year's male Cofran citizenship recipient has constantly worked to transcend his own limitations as an artist, this year pushing the personal bounds of expression by exploring his own heritage and identity in his AP studio art portfolio. So immersed in this artistic path is this young creator that he will pursue a major in ethnomusicology at the University of California, Riverside in the fall. He is soft-spoken and taciturn, but his actions in setting a positive, kind, and friendly example to all speak volumes about the content of his character. We will miss his encouraging announcements in assembly next year, but we wish him all the best on his future journey to California and beyond. Please join me in congratulating our male Cofran Citizenship Award recipient, Sean Choi.
And now I would like to introduce our first musical selection of the evening, a piece entitled Shingashi Song, performed by Sean Choi, Malcolm Neal, Michelle Lee, Lauren Rogers, Akila Nataraj, Sophia Gueco, and Asher Dobrin.